All right, let's move on to our Therapeutic Thursday. We have had this author, Jen Fernjack, from Greater Than the Power and Strength of Emotional Grit. She has been interviewed by us. I've been interviewed by her. I actually met this author. I met Jen at one of the Rock from the Heart events. She was a speaker, a motivational speaker. And while Jen did not have anything aortic related, she did have a brain aneurysm removed, and really created in this book a way to look at hardships and adversity and tough moments in your life from a whole different perspective. It truly is a guide on how to flip the script and change the narrative in your mind. And I know she references those sentences often within this guide. But I wanted to find something to talk about. I was listening to music, I guess, and what happened to me is I went on one morning to Instagram, and they had this page where this guy shows little snippets from the 80s of this particular day where I guess it must have been up to like 84, and these songs were a little bit more R&B, a little bit pop, and these snippets just, oh my God, it made me feel so great. I was all up in my feels. I was jamming, I was grooving. I was like, Luther Vandross, oh, so good, right? Brought back so many memories. I was listening to this music, and I just felt myself decompress, just getting happy just thinking about it. And I could remember where I was when I heard some of these songs, and oh, just such good memories, you know? And I was like, that's it. That's what we're going to talk about on Thursday. And specifically in her book, I wanted to reference chapter 8, which is called The Wonder of Music and Arts in Healthcare. And this again comes from her book, Greater Than the Power and Strength of Emotional Grit. And again, it's by Jennifer Fernjack. Okay, so let's talk about this for a second. I know you're all going to agree with me. I know I'm not the only one. But haven't you noticed that whenever people play We Will Rock You by Queen, people clap, people stomp, people are just getting into it. I don't know what everybody's thinking about, but I know I'm remembering the first times we listened to this when I was much younger, and I would listen to it at camp when we would have these color wars. I mean, all the different bunks would spend a week doing all kinds of sports activities and come up with skits, all kinds of stuff. And we would sing this song, and then whoever won would sing We Are the Champions. So I just, that's what I was remembering. But, I went to the concert recently, and everybody's chanting and everybody's stomping and clapping and everybody comes together. And I think that's just great. Or think about Whitney Houston singing, the national anthem, Star Spangled Banner. And I don't know about you, but so many people in an audience can get chills, and they just get moved by this particular rendition and brought to tears. And I'm not sure what they're all thinking about, but this day just made me think, why? Why do we react the way that we do with music? But Jennifer points out in this book that music has been shown to help people who have experienced trauma by calming feelings of anxiety, reducing the perception of pain, and improving mental health. She goes on to point out that studies actually show that art can have a positive effect on people as well. It is clinically proven to reduce stress, anxiety, and rates of depression by lowering the stress hormone cortisol. It can also lower your blood pressure. It can help elevate your mood and promotes healing of both the body and the mind. There's actually a new field of study called neuroaesthetics, which involves studying the neurobiological basis of the arts. This is just, it's so fascinating to me. So examples of forms that are studied include music, art, theater, dance, and literature. And patients who are often exposed to these different modalities can feel a greater sense of control in their circumstances through self-expression. And I mean, I know that music is powerful, but who would have thought that music and the arts can actually have such a positive and profound effect on our health and our mental well-being? So if you click the link, just click the picture, it'll take you right to a link to purchase the book. But I just thought this was really fascinating. And then I started thinking about my own life, and I'm curious to know what you have to say, Josh. But for myself, why I have seen Phantom of the Opera 14 times, okay? It's not because I love the Phantom, which I do. It's not for any one individual thing like costumes, the wigs, the scenery, the monkey, the curtains, it's it's all of it. It's every minute detail. I know when things are put into place incorrectly. I know when they need to be shifted to the left or the right. I know when someone didn't hit the right pitch, because all of it together, it gives me, it invokes just crazy emotions in me. And you know what it does? It just lets me know that I am truly alive, living in a moment. And I've had an opportunity to meet the Phantom when I was in London, to meet the person who played Christine Daae. And I made it a point to tell them that I know this is your job. I know that you work, you get benefits, you get up in the morning, you take care of, your talent, your voice, your dancing, everything. This is your job. You got to do it, sometimes twice a day. And I said, please don't lose sight that what you do creates an emotional reaction in so many people. It can give people hope. It might make them sad. It might make them, um, you know, just excited, happy. They go through the gamut. And for some, they feel nothing. Totally understand that. There's just some that you don't connect with. But what you do gives people a sense of sometimes purpose. It gives them memories, and just don't lose sight of your job. Don't put blinders on. Really try to take an extra breath before you come out and realize this is somebody's first theatrical experience, and you may potentially make or break their love for it. And I know that's like a lot of weight on somebody's shoulders, but that's how I see it. I just see this job as being anything with the arts. Even I hated museums for so long in art, but then I got my first chance to see, you know, some artists that I remembered when I tried to take the class 3 times in college but failed. But I digress. When I got to see it and I got to step as close as I could, and I really saw what they were able to create, let's like with pointillism, usually impressionistic artists, I I'm like stunned that I can be this close and then back up and look what they did. This is what people look like. What was that person doing when they sat for this? I mean, my whole brain just goes and can go for hours. This is just what resonates with me. For some people, it's sports. It's seeing old players come out to throw the first pitch, makes them feel like they did when they were a kid. And I just think it's so incredibly important to find the thing that really resonates with you, for whenever you're stressed or you're just preoccupied, especially with aortic disease. Try to find the thing that might help you recenter yourself, snuggle in and recenter and just take a moment for appreciation. That's my thought. That's all I got left right now. What do you have to say?
Well, I would like to address the Star Spangled Banner performed by Whitney Houston. And I also
Okay.
want to say hi to Molly and hi, Velda.
Hey, Molly. Hey, Velda.
Mark did post a comment here. He said, "You need zippers."
I need zippers.
I don't know
What do I?
where he chatted that in. It's just in there with a weird looking face now.
Well, I'm making the same face right back at you, Mark, because I'm not sure where I need zippers. Okay.
I don't know.
Topic Tuesday. Don't need a zipper for that. Did I say zippers?
Nope. I'm not sure.
Slippers? Maybe.
Maybe. Totally a
Okay.
Z in there.
Well, I have a zipper. Here it is.
Zoop, zoop.
There you go.
There it is. All
Okay.
right.
Go ahead.
So, like, I'm the son of a soldier, and
Okay.
patriotism was kind of hammered into me when I was young. So, like, there's a spot in there when I hear things like the Star Spangled Banner.
Hmm.
And a few years ago, Chris Stapleton did the Star Spangled Banner at the Super Bowl. And I
Hmm.
mean, you're watching grown men cry, and it was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know where she's going at with that. And also, not
Yeah.
everybody gets the like the goosebumps when they listen to really good music, right?
Yeah. No, they
Some
don't.
people like that tickles their soul, and
Yeah.
the like I love that. I get that. That's why I prefer to go to live music. Like I
Hmm.
walk out of live music and I am just electrified.
Yeah. And some people get the tickles reading their favorite author. They're just like, can't wait to get their hands on that person's imagination and try to live in that world, you
Oh,
know?
oh, no, no, no. On
It's
that point,
incredible.
right? Did you
Yeah.
know that not everybody visualizes when they read?
I did not, but
Okay, no,
I
no.
want to.
We're going to take this one step further. Did
Okay.
you know that not everybody, like if I were to say picture an apple in your mind, that not
Yeah.
everybody can hold an image of an apple in their mind.
And I bet not everybody thinks of a red one. I bet you there's a few that go to green.
Oh, I went straight to Honeycrisps.
Did
Those
you?
things
I
are
might have gone to Fuji.
delicious. Those things
Well, so
are
to what you
amazing.
just said, Josh, I only recently, okay, I'm 51 or some years old, right?
Okay.
Oh my God, in like 8 weeks I'm going to be older. Um, 12 weeks. Let's not rush it. Well, I only recently realized that not everybody uh, choreographs to songs. I cannot listen to any song, any classical, country, it doesn't matter. And I have create dance routines. I cannot not see people dancing. I can barely ice skate, but I can create an entire ice skating routine as if I should be able to put on a pair of skates and just do it. Now, I used to dance. I never took lessons. I used to compete, but I choreograph moves that I've never performed myself and cannot not do it ever. And I thought I did not know I was the only one probably that does that. Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
what
I
do you
mean,
see when you listen to music? Do you not see anything? What do you see?
what do I see when I listen
Yeah.
to music?
I
Well,
mean,
first off, as I work throughout the day, I can't have words, right? I can't have like
okay.
lyrics bouncing around while I'm trying to concentrate.
Right.
So
Right.
the greater majority of the music that I listen to is symphonic,
Mm-hmm.
no vocals,
Okay.
right? And
Makes
so
sense.
I'm pretty much just conceptualizing what it is I'm trying to accomplish at that point in time.
True.
And
True.
it's at a I actually also use it to keep a tempo, right? Because I want to work at a
Hmm.
specific pace, right? So if I put slower music
Great.
on and I'm just kind of meandering through my day, that's one thing. But like
Okay.
if I'm like, all right, I want to get this done, I put on something a little bit more aggressive, and I try to use that as the thing to march to.